nothing to me. Your mama, I'll kill the drama. And son, you like Papa. I'm on a mission to get it spitting and make me some guada. Hottest dude in my city, so all the girls gon' holler.
What is up, guys? Random Commenter here, and welcome to the first episode of Improve Your Game. Alright, this is a tips and tricks episode, my tips on how to get better at Battlefield motherfucking 3. And this is the first episode, let's kick it off straight off the bat, real easy. For Battlefield 3, you cannot just jump in the game and, run a gun, fucking rape people. This is not Call of Duty, there's a big difference. Two different games you cannot compare, so don't compare neither game. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, this game is better than this game. No, shut up. You can't compare it. Alright, basically, you need to get the feel of Battlefield. You can't just jump in a game, your controls are going to be messed up, your sensitivity's going to be messed up, everything's going to be messed up. What you need to do is, you need to figure out what sensitivity you like. Do you like high sensitivity? Do you like low sensitivity? Do you like, it's just sensitivity. You need to figure out what you like and what you don't like. If you want fast, you want fast. If you want slow, you want slow. I have medium and it helps me out. You have to get the feeling of your sensitivity. Second thing, you, as a low level, you won't have many guns, but you'll have a couple really good ones. You have to figure out what the gun you're going to use for. If you don't know, you can get kills and you get like this level for your gun. You unlock service stars, attachments, and stuff like that. So, when you're low level, you're gonna need a gun that you really like. You usually start off like an M16 and I think M416. You'll figure out, if you're a newbie at Battlefield, you'll figure this out. So you're gonna have to think, before you even get into the game, you're gonna have to think about what you know. You're gonna need your sensitivity, which you can customize in the main menu. Your classes, I don't think you can customize it at a low level, so that's not something to worry about. And just worry what kind of player you're gonna be. Now, for those who have never, ever played Battlefield, but are coming from Call of Duty, you should know that Call of Duty is what? A Slayer game where you go for kills, barely the objective, right? So I know you guys know that now. Battlefield is a big different story. In Battlefield, you're going to have to figure out either if you're an objective Slayer, or just a Slayer, or a support Slayer. Now, if you don't know what neither of those three things mean, basically, an objective Slayer is a kid who goes after the objective, captures the objective and gets kills from the objective to protect the objective. So basically you're playing the objective while protecting it. A support Slayer is a man who runs around and say a medic. Every time somebody goes down, he revives them. Every time something is needing repair, he revives them. One of those guys. And you need to figure out. And then a regular Slayer is a kid who just runs around getting kills, which is, a guy like that in Battlefield is pointless, to be honest. You need somebody. You guys all need to be running objective. Let me tell you this now. So you have to figure out what kind of player you are. You need to figure out what your class is. You need to figure out what you're going to put on your classes. You need to figure out your attachments. This game is not like Call of fucking Duty. There are no perks or none of this. You need to stop and think about your classes. You cannot just go into a game with any class and think you're going to expect some easiness. No. You're going to have to think strategy-wise. You're going to have to communicate. Communication in Battlefield 3 is one of the most important things in the game. When you're playing with a squad of friends and you guys all have mics, communicate. Tell them, guy going C, guy up top. They gotta do those kind of call-outs, because call-outs like that will help you win the game. Battlefield's nothing about KD. Kill-death ratio is nothing. Alright? It never means anything. Win-loss ratio now. In Battlefield, win-loss ratio is everything. So I advise you to communicate with your teammates to keep that win-loss ratio up to the top that you need. I'm telling you this now, because when I play with my friends and we're in a squad, we're communicating, we're calling where everybody's going, what flags we think they're gonna capture, and we're ahead of the game. Boom, boom, boom. Every time we think flags gonna be captured, we're there. And usually people are there, and you'll hear us go left, go guy up top, guy up top. You gotta communicate just like that. Battlefield is not an easy game, because now you have a lot of kids who are very high levels, who have a lot of guns you do not have, and you're gonna have to play smart. Like right there, my friend, he ran out of ammo, and he needed backup, and I came to his rescue. You know, you guys have to communicate. Battlefield is not Call of Duty. You cannot play the game like you're playing Call of Duty. Call of Duty is run, gun, slayer, barely any objective. This game, you need the objective. You cannot just do, oh, I'ma just, you know, run around and kill people and expect to win. Even in TDM, you need to play objectively. And in TDM, it's Slayer, but you need your teammates, and that's playing objectively. So you gotta think. Battlefield is a thinking game, not a game where you can just pop in the disc and run a gun. Alright, so you guys know. If you guys got it on PS3, expect 1 disc. If you got it on Xbox, expect 2 discs. You don't need to know why. It's just expect it. Always, another tip. Always, no matter what, always check each flag. If you're playing Conquest, check each flag. Conquest is domination, right? Rush is basically like, I don't know how to explain it, like a search and destroy response, and it's really fun. So every time you play Conquest and you're in a squad, don't stick to one flag. You're not gonna win. Always check back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, you gotta go from each flag and protect them, no matter what. You cannot slack. Battlefield is all about concentration, playing smart, playing objectively, calling out, and playing with the right squad, and having your right team. Every time I play Battlefield, I have my team. I already know who I'm gonna play with, and I already know who's gonna be there, who's gonna do what, and who's gonna do what. Usually, most of the time, I'm usually always a medic. Most of the time, so I've been running a lot of engineer lately, which lets you repair stuff, which is very useful. But not everybody can be an engineer. You're gonna have to choose a class you want to be. You cannot just be, you know, anything, right? Somebody has to be something in each one. Now, you're gonna have to choose between a medic, engineer, a recon, I believe, a sniper rifle guy, and he's the guy who gives you ammo. He's a very good man. He you know, that's the guy you really need on your team. Every time you need ammo, he'll drop a box. You'll get refilled ammo like that. Too easy, good. And I advise you to get premium so you can get all the map packs and be ready to have some fun. Alright? I hope you take the tips I've given you in this video very seriously, because I'm going to tell you now, if you want to improve your game in Battlefield 3, it takes a lot. It doesn't take a lot of work, but it takes a little dedication and a little objective play, because it's not all about running, gun, and killing, because I know a lot of you kids want Battlefield and you guys are coming from Call of Duty, and both games are nothing alike. They're nothing alike. This is why I don't like when people compare both games. Don't do it. Alright, don't do it. These two games, when you play, they're nothing alike. As you see here, I'm reviving people to get extra points. I revive them to pick them up and, you know, get around the team so I can get through and cap the flag a lot faster. As you see, I revived another teammate, revived another one, and I died because I did not expect that kid there. A lot of guns you're gonna see in this game that are in Call of Duty, so don't freak out. It's just a fucking gun. Now, I'm gonna give you a heads up. This was just basics. This first episode was just introducing you guys to the basics of Battlefield 3. All right. Episode 2 will be about vehicles and why you should use them and where you should use them and what is the right time to use them. And you can see, I get into this room and I'm clearing these fucking guys out. I'm fucking these guys up. And I'm not gonna leave this room. I'm gonna come back. I go down and I'm gonna come back and light that room up. I'm gonna tell you this now. But yes, episode 2 will be about vehicles, so stay tuned for that. That is a very good thing you guys are gonna need to learn. It's not gonna be a long video. I'll probably make it a little shorter than you would think. But stay tuned if you want to learn about your vehicles for Battlefield 3 and how to use them and when to use them. Stay tuned for episode 2. Because there's going to be a doozy and there's going to be a long road ahead of us. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Improve Your Game. Because if you did, drop a like and goddamn comment below. And as you see, when you play the objective and you play the Slayer, Objective Slayer, you know what it leads to? It leads you to getting the goddamn win into Battlefield 3. As you see, my team won. And this has been Random Commentator. I'm out. Peace.
I honestly didn't even mean to go in that much. Like...